Hey guys, I know it's probably very dark in this video, but I wanted this video to be as real as possible. And I wanted to make this video when I felt most comfortable making it. And right now it is currently 4:28 in the morning. And a lot of times this is when I feel the most affected by everything that I'm going through. And I don't know a better time to make it other than when I'm feeling up to it. So like I said, it's currently 4:30 in the morning and I'm sitting here at the computer trying not to disturb anybody else, but I wanted to talk about my truth, my struggle, my journey with depression. I started this YouTube channel back in 2012. Back in 2012 when I was pregnant with London, and I was super excited about it and super motivated to do it. But at the time, shortly after I got pregnant with London, I might have mentioned it here like quite a few times, but shortly after I got pregnant with London, my father passed away. And like I said, I don't know how many times I've mentioned it or when I've mentioned it, but yeah, he did pass away, and he never knew I was pregnant. I saw him at least 2 times while pregnant. Both times I did not tell him. He never met Landon. He never knew anything about Landon. Although me and Landon was together almost 3 years. Almost 3 years before he passed away. The situation with that is the fact that my dad was not, he was around, but he wasn't like around. I would see him. It started at first it seemed like every day. When I was younger, I saw him every day, and then as I got older and understood like the situations and like the circumstances of relationships between him and my mom, I went down to seeing him like once a week, and then next thing you know, it was like monthly. I was seeing once a month, and then he got sick. I was never really informed on anything that he was going through health wise. I was like kept in the dark about a lot because I was his youngest child. I don't really know much about siblings. I found out about 3 sisters and a adoptive brother after he passed away. 1 sister I knew about, the other 2 I did not. And sorry. After he passed away, like I said, I became informed about the other 2 sisters, and one of those sisters actually became a huge blessing to me. And the way I am, and I've been this way since I was younger. I'm the only child of my mother's, and my family are not very close, especially after my grandmother passed away in 2004, and she was mainly like, she was like a huge part of my life. My mother always worked. She has always been a provider for my family, and so I depended a lot on my grandmother. And after she passed away, it was just me a lot of the time. So that is really where my depression started. When she passed away in 2004, I went through a phase of self-hatred and self-harm, and I kind of just worked through it on my own. I've always been in anger management because my only form of expression for anything that I'm going through is anger. I don't know any other way to express myself. So I was always in anger management, even as young as 2nd grade. So after losing her, it kind of got worse. And then I kind of decided, like, well, nothing good can ever happen to someone who lives in negativity. So I decided for myself to just try to be as positive as I could be about my life. And it went perfectly fine all the way up until 7th grade. Well, I say 8th grade. 7th grade, I was still living in my old neighborhood, and everything was fine. I had friends, and I loved everything. After 7th grade, we ended up moving, and I pretty much lost everybody. At that time, I went to a new school, and I just isolated myself because I'm not as outgoing as I try to portray myself to be on here. I try to be as outgoing and spunky as I can be, when in actuality, like in my real life, I will show you my call list. In my phone, this is what's in my phone. The party rental place, this is my sister, and I have no idea. Anthony is a cousin who passed away through very difficult circumstances. I will not get into the information on that because that honestly is another trigger to my depression. AT&T balances, like all these AT&T's, aunts' phone numbers, none of them working. None of them are their actual numbers. Landon, his dad, this is, I don't even know who that is. None of these numbers are actual people. Card balance, school, children's hospitals, and dentists, bank, community link for welfare, and CVS, school, dentist, restaurant. None of these are actual working numbers. Food stamps, apartment complex, my mom's husband, and school. Neither one of these are actual. None of these except this one and this one are numbers. So this one and those are numbers. My cousin and Landon's sister, and then this is the actual number, and then none of these are working numbers. None of these are working numbers. My mom, and then Landon's mom, and then my mom's husband's daughter, and none of this is working other than Santander. That is it. Half my call list are inactive numbers. I only keep them as, I guess, show. Coming up, and today is currently going to be Thursday, October 13th. My birthday is October 15th, and I will be 23 years old, and I have no one. Like, I couldn't even tell you anybody I could even invite to a party. Although we will be having a party, I'm not having a party. I am included in the party because it is being held on my birthday, but the party is actually for my mom. And I don't think people understand how can I say, the thing about me is I try my best to put a smile on my face, and I try my best to always just say something back. So like, I never tried to be quiet, because quiet is a sign that something's wrong, and I never want anybody to know anything is wrong. So I'm a very outspoken person. I will say that. Like, no doubt about it, I'm very outspoken. But every day that gets closer to my birthday, I cry more and more, because I know the day that my birthday comes, it's just going to be, you know, another, you know, it's all it's going to show me is that I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have any friends. I don't have a social life. I honestly feel like I don't really have many people in my corner. So I try to avoid situations that kind of puts that in my face. Like, I try to avoid anything that makes me have to realize or come to terms with the fact that I am in the situation that I'm in. I just recorded a video the other day on everything with work. As much as people try to act like life is so grand and nobody wants to put out too much information about themselves because they don't want to be judged or whatever, I'm at a point where you can't tell me anything that I haven't already said to myself. I've beaten myself up enough for 100 people. So for me to tell anybody anything, there's nothing anybody can say to me to make me feel worse than I already feel about my life. I am currently sitting here 2 days out from my birthday with 2 kids. My son has 9 diapers left, and I'm trying to figure out who I can ask for money to buy him diapers, because I can't. And I never regret my kids. I never make them feel like I did not want them. But in actuality, my son was not planned, because I could not afford to have him. When I had London, like I said, my dad passed away. So by him passing away, his Social Security transferred over to me. So at the time, for the first year of London's life, I was getting a $1,200 check every month through his Social Security. So I had the funds to take care of London. And after that check ended, I relied on welfare and food stamps. And Landon worked like third shift at Target, which is not, you know, like, clearly it's not much money. So we lived off of a $354 check every month, along with anything he brought home every 2 weeks. And that is the main reason why we house hop. Like, we've lived with his parents for a couple of years. We lived with my parents, or my mom, I should say. And now we're at a point where even though he has a job, he makes, I guess, enough money. He's able to, you know, support us as a small family. Before I had Joe and I was working, we decided to get the car that we have, his car. And because my car was very unreliable, like, as you see, it's broke down. And so we got that car, and then shortly after I had Joe, like I said, I couldn't work anymore. So I was no longer able to help him with payments on the car. My mom pays our car insurance, and he pays the car note, and, you know, buys anything like that the kids need. So currently you know, everybody's stretched a little thinner than ideal. So I try not to be a burden on anyone. And, well, first off, I no longer receive a welfare check. So me specifically, I bring in no income for my family. That is the reason that I have nothing. I get a little bit of money from Landon every month to pay bills. But if I can't rob Peter, rob Paul, rob Tom, Dick, and Harry just a little bit each month, like out of the bill money, then I have nothing. So currently my account is at 74 cents. And I don't know how to get myself out of such a negative mind space, because I feel so negatively about myself. Like, as a mother, you should be able to do everything you need for your kids. Not wait around and hope and pray that everything works out for someone else to give you something to buy for your kids. And so I feel like it is like pushing me further and further back into this black hole that I worked so hard to get out of. I genuinely hate myself. A lot of times I feel like I deserve to struggle. Like, what? I don't know. No matter how much I try, it seems like every time I do try, something happens. Like, anything that I try to do, for some reason, always falls apart. And like I said, it goes like, I always try to set myself up for things that I think are realistic to happen. Just hope that this video helps someone else and let you know that you're not alone in any of the situations you're going through, and to hopefully, you know, reach someone and that wants to reach back out to me and let me know that I'm not alone in the situation that I'm in, and I'm not the only one going through a rough time. And I can guarantee you that there is someone that's out there going through way worse things than I'm going through, and dealing with way worse situations than I'm dealing with. And by no means do I feel like my situation is as horrible as it could be, but for me, I don't feel like I can be the best mother I can be by being so depressed all of the time, because depression has a good way of turning into anger. And I try so hard to never, you know, dish out anger to someone who doesn't deserve it. And I'm currently having just a really hard time doing that. And I'm having a really hard time trying to convince myself that I'm worth being here. I'm worth taking up that extra space on earth. And honestly, like, I feel like my kids are my biggest blessing, because without my kids, I don't think I would have a purpose of living. I quite often have suicidal thoughts, and I could never see myself going through any of those or completing any of those. I mean, it's honestly like I could be driving down the road and I get a notification that every single day my bank reminds me that I have left less than $50. Then they'll tell you like you have 60 cents in your account, you have $4.82, you have $12 or whatever. Like the other week I had $12 and then my bank took $7 out and I didn't even know. And then I went to the store and I promised on the McDonald's. Then I went to swipe my card and I got declined. And I didn't know why. So I checked my bank account and my bank account was at $1.18. And I'm like, well, how is that possible? And then she let me know, like, oh yeah, we charge you for this and that and the third. And I'm like, I mean, you clearly see I have $12. Like, was it that serious? So the lady decided to go ahead and give me the money back, which was the biggest blessing for me ever. But like I said, I try not to be a burden with anybody else and like ask anybody else for extra money just because you know, long as, you know, London's tuition get paid and I have the means of going to get her every day and I have the means to feed them every night, then I'm fine with going without. But I don't know, this video is just all over the place. So like I said, I just want to get my story out there, my truth, express everything that I'm going through, hoping and praying that maybe I help someone else and someone else in returns, you know, reaches out to me. And some way, somehow, this turns into a story I could look back on and be grateful that I overcame. I truly pray that next year's birthday is not so depressing for me. Last year's birthday was. The year before that was. The year before that was. And this year is a lot worse off than all of those years, because all of those other years I actually had money to even, you know, acknowledge a birthday, and I'm currently sitting here with nothing and no means to even buy my son a pack of Pampers. So I just pray that they help someone, because I know I'm not the only one out here going through such a negative space or negative time in their life. And instead of me trying to convince myself on why I deserve to be here or why God keeps me here, and questioning what my life is supposed to be, I don't know. I always try to say, like, you let go and you let God, and when you do that, God blesses you and he shows you better than he can tell you. But I'm at a point where I've been going through this situation for a year, and at no point has this anything gotten any easier, and it has done nothing but get worse. And I don't know. I've been sitting here for almost half an hour now, literally just talking to you guys. Like I said, YouTube was supposed to be my outlet, my voice, I need some tissue because I look disgusting. Okay. I started YouTube for it to be my voice, my way of escaping reality. And because on YouTube I can be whatever I want to be. On YouTube I don't have to feel like I don't have any friends, because, you know, as far as you guys know, I could be the world's most popular person. And although since doing Vlogtober, you clearly would notice like I have no friends, because I talk to no one. I don't leave my house. I watch videos like currently. A couple of hours ago, I watched a video on how the Bells Plus One makes $10,000, and I'm like, if I was blessed with even a sixth of that, just to be able to buy my son a pair of shoes without having to ask someone, or being able to buy something without having to take it back. Like, honestly, I don't think you guys would understand the struggle. Like the cup I bought, the $5 cup I bought from Walmart. Just that cup alone put me in such a hole. Like, it shouldn't have even been. Most people spend more than that at McDonald's. And I'm going to Wendy's so I can feed 3 people off of $4. Like, I don't know. I never looked at YouTube as a job, but I did honestly hope that some way, somehow, it could be a blessing for me, like it's been a blessing for a lot of other people. And I think I would do YouTube regardless of whether I ever got paid. If I never get paid for YouTube, I would still never stop, because I honestly feel like through YouTube I gain a voice. By making these videos, I gain a voice, and I gain friends. Whether I ever meet these ladies or not, by knowing that they're out there and that they comment and that they watch and that they genuinely care and enjoy my family and watching my videos, truly helps me. And like, I comment back to every single comment I get. And granted, I have what, 178 followers or subscribers, but on average I get about 50 views per video and 4 comments to each video, so it's not hard to manage. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers, like, they're like, yeah, we would comment back to everything if we could see everything, but I am grateful for just those 3 ladies that take the time out of their day to comment, to express gratitude for anything that I put out, or express love for my family, because I genuinely enjoy those comments. I enjoy
I mean, I honestly look like I have notifications pop up, and I look daily. Since I've been doing Vlogtober, I look daily for these ladies because honestly, they're like a huge part of my life. They are a huge part of my confidence. So, to you ladies, I want you to know that I'm very grateful for you. I don't know why I started crying again. But I am very grateful for you ladies that do take the time out to just say that you enjoyed the video, or to say that you love my kids, or my kids are adorable, or anything like that. And to let you know that you guys are genuinely my best friends, aside from my kids. And just hope and pray that nothing you find out about me deters you from staying with me and going along for the ride, because I know that God will never allow me to struggle forever. That one day things will get better for me. I would love for anybody to email or comment or message with anything inspirational, or they're overcoming depression, and anything that helped you get through your hard times that you can share with me, because I would greatly appreciate it. It's 5:05 and I sound like Whoopi Goldberg. So I don't know why I said that. I love Whoopi, but I do. I sound like a man. I sound like a hot mess, and I won't want to keep sitting here listening to this if I were you. So I'm not going to make you keep listening to me ramble on about everything. I just wanted to express myself, and it was a video that I planned on doing anyway. Ideally planned to have been a little less snotty and a little less, water-eyed, but it was supposed to be a lot more organized than this. But like I said, this is my truth, this is my reality, and I honestly wish I wasn't going through everything I'm going through, and I know for a fact that I will pull myself out of this hole because I've done it before, and it's just a matter of doing it, and a matter of just keep pushing through day by day, and waiting on God to show me why I'm special and why I'm here. But that's it. Like I said, if you have any inspirational thing or anything that got you through your hard times that you would like to share, any prayers, quotes, or anything like that, please feel free to message me, DM me, email me, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. This is not even a see you in the next one. This is probably wouldn't be considered a Vlogtober video because it is just all types of hot mess. But yeah.